Welcome to Positive Atheism English channel. Today, in our program, My Life with Gora, an autobiography of Srimati Saraswati Gora, an atheist, I am going to read out you a new topic, Atheist Center in Mudunuru. We arrived in Mudunuru on the morning of August 7, 1940. Before that, we went to Gudivada from Kakinada by train. Gora came to Kakinada to get us. We stayed in Gudivada for a day in the house of Sorapaneni Shobhanarao and Manorama. Shobhanarao was a Sanskrit Pandit and a close friend of Gora. It was in the middle of the rainy season and it was raining constantly without a break. The next morning we went by bus from Gudivada as far as Ventrapragada. They brought a couple of double bullock carts to Ventrapragada. There was no bus to Mudunuru. There was not even a gravel road. If it rained, there was water on the roads and mud up to the knees. It was all clay mud. Probably it had rained for the past 4 or 5 days. The road from Ventrapragada to Mudunuru was quite muddy. The wheels of the double bullock carts were made of wood and they had iron rings on their rims. And the bullocks pulled the cart hard so the carts could go even in the mud. While we sat in the cart going to Mudunuru, the cart would sometimes get stuck in the mud. Then there were people to push the wheels of the cart. All this was a strange experience to us. And it was fun to the kids. There were rice fields on both sides of the road. Since we had already told the children that 90% of the population in our country lived in villages, it was all fun to them. First day was lunch at Ankaya's place. They found an independent house for our residence. It was the house of Kolli Veerayya. First they gave it to us for 3 months. There was a big living room, a kitchen and a front porch. Kolli Ramachandra Rao, Veerayya's son, was a direct botany student of Gora. In fact, it was he who had arranged the Gora's lecture in Mudunuru. He finished his intermediate and went away to study medicine. Later, he became famous as a specialist, settled in Hyderabad, and for a long time acted as a medical advisor to the governor of Andhra Pradesh. They gave the house to us rent-free. The villagers sent us milk and buttermilk daily. We also got fresh vegetables every day. Every 15 days, they would have some paddy pounded and send us some rice. Every 3 or 4 days, we had a ghee from melted butter. The floors were painted with mud. That was all new to us. Still, the new experience was delightful. The water in Veerayya's well was hard water. You had to walk about a furlong to get drinking water. Manorama, Lavanam, and I used to carry 2 pitchers of water every day on our shoulders. When we slipped in the mud and fell while carrying water, some villagers would say, "Why so many hardships for the folks who grew up so delicately?" But we never considered them as hardships. Even slipping and falling was fun. When there was mud all over our bodies and clothes, it felt like we were throwing holy colors at each other. That was fun too. Then we would go back to the well and get the water again. All the wells in the villages were the same level as the ground. They placed a big plank across the well. We would place one leg on the plank and could drop either a clay pot or bucket into the well from between our 2 legs and draw the water. If carrying a pitcher on our shoulders in mud appeared like a circus feat, drawing water from the well seemed like another circus feat. It took us a month to adjust to everything. It was all exciting. Manorama, Lavanam and Maitri went all round the village. Everyone took them to their respective homes. To the villagers, these kids seemed cute like dolls. They ate more snacks in the villagers' homes than food at home. As for Manorama, she mingled with the members of the households completely. Before we had arrived, Gora was in Mudunuru for 2 months, consulted with the villagers and decided upon the activities to be carried out. They settled on 2 activities as primary. First, they conducted a school from morning 10 a.m. to afternoon 2 p.m. for the youth to improve their general knowledge. There were about 70 students from the villages surrounding Mudunuru. They set up a thatched shed outside of the village on the banks of the lake and ran the school there. Gora taught all the subjects: history, geography, civics, social reforms, independence movements, physics, chemistry, botany, zoology, astronomy, philosophy, history of religions, and history of revolutions. Gora taught not just one subject but all of them in Telugu so that the common man should understand. The youth that participated in this school later excelled in the political and social fields of the Krishna district in the Congress and Communist parties and played a prominent role. Kalapala Surya Prakasarao, Nagulapalli Sitaramaya, Done Tataya, Ravuri Arjun Rao, Tummala Challaya, Mudunuru Surya Prakash Rao, all were products of this school. And from here, I shall continue in the next episode again. Thank you.
For more videos, please subscribe to our Positive Atheism English channel presented by Samaram channel, which has 21 crore views. Please like, subscribe and share our videos, and for notification of our new videos, please click the bell icon.